Good afternoon, everybody. It is Thursday, and it is National Read Across America Day. It is Dr. Seuss Day. So if you have children, get out Dr. Seuss's book and start reading.
There we go.
It is National Old Stuff Day, which means get rid of your old stuff. And it is National Banana Cream Pie Day.
Oh my God.
So
that's a lot.
It is.
National Magic Day? We got a magician here today.
yes,
How about
go and buy some cream pie, but it has to be banana, or eat some banana bread. That's all.
All right.
So it is my co-host is missing. So we're missing Greg, but he's actually watching from his location today. So I want to introduce these two.
We missed you.
These two wonderful men. Okay, I've got Brian Pollock.
Pollock, yep.
Pollock.
It's okay.
Not a Pollock, he's Pollock.
This is starting off all wrong. Hold on.
Thank God I got an easy name.
Yes. Well, Brian is an actor. He is a producer. He is a filmmaker. He lives in New York City, and he also put his dreams to work on joining the NYPD in 2001, and you were in the first responder 911. So thank you for all that service.
Thank you. Yes.
And I see you have tons of movies: Unspoken, Monsters. You won a Sundance Film Festival, The Door, Licentious. What is licentious? Is that sexy?
Yeah, so licentious is somebody that's immorally sexual with people. It was a story about
immorally sexual?
Yeah.
Okay, I need an explanation for that.
The movies were very different. I've seen them both. Very different movies.
We wanted to come up with a name that kind of
licentious
would make you do exactly what you're doing. So someone that wants to know about the movie, like that name would kind of draw you to look into it more.
Yeah,
so I guess it worked.
A morally, what does that person do?
The premise of the movie was a woman who, every time her husband went on a business trip, she would have an affair with him.
Oh, all right.
And then eventually, after he found out, he got revenge.
Oh, so then he either killed him or cut off something or whatever?
You gotta see them.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I'm like a magician like that. We can't give up tricks. You know, right?
And what about Circle? Circle, is that like a positivity thing about the circle of life?
No, so Circle was a film that I got brought into late. It's a mob movie, and it was about the circle of an event that happens within that mob and how it reaches back around in the end.
Very nice.
Very great movie, great director. It was really a good time filming that.
And you were the writer and producer for The Fists of Love.
Right.
What is that about? Fighting?
No, everybody says that. I came up with a couple of other theories. No, there was a movie basically based on a domestic violence police officer who gets involved with a woman who's involved in a domestic violence situation, and all the events that happen around that. So I wrote that with another a former police officer, Daryl Denner. And
I know that name.
Yep. So he's been around this circle, and he directed it, and he had the idea for the film, and he asked me to help write it, and we worked out pretty well. And
you're starting something new, a third feature script?
Yeah.
What's that called?
So there's no title, no working title yet.
Okay.
The film is loosely based on a redemption story of a boxer. So it's kind of out of the genre I've written so far. But we're excited to see where it goes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I put my fingers into all different kind of bowls, you know?
Yeah, I met you since I'm with Ferretti Films.
Yeah.
That was 4 years ago. And I probably tried to sell you my book.
You know what? I think
But you didn't buy it.
I think I told her I bought it. I think if I'm being honest. But no, yeah, it was a while ago. One of the films.
It was in the beginning. Festival. Yes, that's when I first started. When I knew nothing about this industry, and now I know so many people. It's so
You've come a long way. You've had so many people on your show. And it's exciting.
Yeah. Well, now we have an actor part and a producer part. We have anybody. I mean,
well, now that you're an actress,
Miss
Fontana mom.
He did his homework.
Yeah, see, that story. I had the story first. It was called Montana's. It was about a Maltese family, but no, I'm just kidding. Jerry, I'm joking. It's a joke. No, it was a great script. I read it, and I'm sure you did wonderful in it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I never thought I would be doing this. And that just goes to show you, when you network and you talk to people and you volunteer, things happen. And that's what I do. I volunteer because I need things in my life that are different.
I think if you allow yourself to be open to that,
you have to have that.
Opportunities are there, but if you're close to seeing them, I think that's the problem. Yeah. And I'm learning that as I get older.
And you have to take a step and take a chance.
Yeah.
And sometimes it costs you $1 or $2.
Yeah.
And
right.
then sometimes you lose a buck or two.
There you go.
But I think you get more like that when you're over 40, 50. I don't know how old
I'm
you are.
21, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
But 50 plus is how my whole empire changed.
2 weeks.
Yeah, okay.
2 weeks. About.
So my whole empire changed because I got fired. And that's what my second book's about, From Fire to Freedom. And there's 69 women in it, about 2 men. And it's a story, but that's my dream.
Like a life redemption story. Right?
Yeah, I want that as a movie someday. That's why I'm doing all this. You know?
I can give you a
I got
contract
fired
right
from
now.
marriage. So I mean.
You got fired from
Yeah,
marriage.
maybe that's like the same thing. You know,
Well,
freedom.
it is, because you have to change your life
Yeah.
and change who you are if
a
you
big
want.
step.
Yeah. So do you have any kids?
I do have a beautiful 17-year-old daughter that's going to be 18 in April.
Well, now we are speaking to John Ryan, who is like the Irishman. Okay. I know that you were a police officer, so
Yes, I was.
let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, I joined the police department in 1998, and I was a police officer for about almost 9 years, and I finished my career as a sergeant for the last 11.
Oh, so you retired from the
I
police.
retired 4 years ago in 2018.
So you did your 20 years.
I did my 20 and out, as they
and look
say.
how young you are.
I'm going to be 50, March 15th.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah.
So you must be, well, you look happy.
I am happy. I
You
smile a lot.
retired.
Yeah.
You changed your wife, right? You got a divorce.
I got a divorce.
And you're still happy with your children.
I'm still happy with my one little girl. She's my world. So.
17. Now, does she act?
She doesn't. She does sign language, which I think is amazing.
Because I have an opening right now for another film that I need for Saturday for a 17-year-old.
Are you saying I can't play a 17-year-old girl? Are you pigeonholing me into?
Yes. No, I just got a call. All of a sudden, they think that I could find all these people. I just got a
You have to
call.
speak to my agent.
Yeah.
So no pay, but
I'm getting typecasted. I'm not a.
yeah, there's no pay. But you know what? It's right here on Long Island in East Meadow. So I don't know. Is she into that or no?
Well, right here in East Meadow, Long Island, to you means something different than right here, East Meadow to
Bronx.
Yeah, so he's from Staten Island. I'm actually in
That's a
Pennsylvania
trip.
now.
You'd have to
Yeah.
take her.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Well, we make a whole day of it.
Yeah, no, whatever. But anyway, so now they call me with all these things. You have one year. I don't know how it happened, but it happened.
It's about the networking.
Yeah, I do a lot of networking. So, but, so you don't regret, obviously, leaving the police department.
No. That was the best decision. And the job itself, and Brian could probably agree, was a great job. And the benefits of it now are just wonderful. We get back to do what we love, both of us. We collect our pensions.
So you retired too?
Yeah, I retired.
I didn't realize that you got the 20 years in.
Yeah, so I retired in 2020, and that's when me and my family moved to Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Nice. So now I have a few police guys that write books, because I publish books now too.
Okay.
All the people in my book publish their own.
Okay.
So if you ever want to publish a book,
well, you're turning 50, so that's the time to do it.
let me tell you, policemen, a lot of them write books.
Well, we have some big things coming up that Brian is starting to do with me, and I don't know how much I should say or not say. That's kind of like
that's why you're here today.
Well, it's kind of his project, so I'd like to let him run the show with it. But from what I know, we're doing some cool documentary about myself.
I heard about a documentary, and I think let's show the clip. Can we show the clip, and then we'll talk about the documentary? Okay. All right. See what I'm doing? Look, do this. We're giving the stars. Okay, Phil Verso. What do you think of that, Phil? That last part of the video. That's pretty exciting, wasn't it? Come on, Phil. Let's answer you. He's writing in.
Oh, okay.
So let's talk about this.
So, John has such an amazing story, and I've said this to him, so there's no reason to know. A lot of people don't know. You see somebody smiling, an artist, an actor, a magician. You see them smiling, doing their craft, entertaining people, making, no one knows what's really going on behind it. I don't know what you have going on in your life, But the thing is that we don't portray that. We put these masks on in life, and I've always wanted to find an artist I can tell that story about. And I've known John for a little while, through the department and through other ways. And learning his story was incredible. Things that he's gone through with the police department, things he went through medically, personally, through his family. But he found this magic.
Magic in the way we speak, or magic?
Well, so you know what? It's interesting. And magic and a talent of performing magic. Yeah. So he became a magician, and I guess that is a good play on the word. And that's a way for him to release or get away from some of the problems that are going on in his life. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, people need to understand, just because somebody is smiling and performing, there's things going on in their personal life too. So
absolutely, we all have.
Listen, I'm so sorry. We just lost a young police officer, 22 years old, took his own life just today. And when his dad was just asked, he says, no, he looked fine. He looked normal. And the smile and the laughter hides a lot of pain behind people.
That's very true, and
you just never know. You never know. And also when someone is successful and they done, that success story has a ton of baggage behind it for the most part. True. Not always, but
no,
I would say a lot of times
I agree with you on that.
There was a lot of pain. There was a lot of suffering. There was a lot of hard work that put that person or that individual to where they are right now.
Well, it's very true, because I feel that way with what I've been through.
And I think that's what Brian feels about my story.
Yeah, and as a fan of a lot of different arts, comedy, music, magic, it's good for someone to hear that story, because you know what? There's a lot of people that might think they're alone in that, and when they
that's very true too. Yeah, and another thing is, I think once you open your ability to talk to people and talk the truth, which I say the truth sets you free.
Right.
Then you realize you're talking to someone that's going through something similar. And, the last 5 years, I think 95% of the world is on Xanax.
Yeah.
And that I found out just by talking to so many people. And it's like, that used to be Xanax? No, you can't get it. Well, you can get it now.
Yeah.
So I've never done a documentary, and I'm enjoying the process. I'm enjoying learning more about John. I'm enjoying the process of learning how to film a documentary and follow these rabbit holes of information, and we hope in the end, we can create something not only that can show John and his great life and journey, but it could also, help other people going through, like you said, similar situations.
Right. So the documentary started already.
Yeah,
right?
we filmed. This is going to be part of it. You guys are part of the documentary.
Woohoo!
I mean, you can't see the people behind the camera, but they're part of the documentary now. I'm going to film them.
Greg, you missed the documentary once again, Greg. I'm sorry, but here you go.
But this is going to be on it. This is going to be part of the journey, and we're excited.
We want to come to the opening night. That's for sure.
Well, I'll hey Jerry, Long Island Film Festival. Let's bring it. We'll bring it there.
That's right. Well, that's where
we'll share the story with everybody. Yeah,
we're heading to Nashville in 2 weeks for my 50th birthday.
Yeah,
get the hell.
Brian is coming.
Nashville, you two guys.
He's coming. He's going to be documenting the trip.
How nice.
We got a couple of interviews down there set up already.
So who are you going to speak to? People that experience what he did, or other kinds?
So this is for John. He's going for his 50th birthday. Just enjoy himself. I'm going down there to document.
Fun night with a couple of guys.
Yeah,
Oh God! You need any space? You have any space in the car?
We can make room.
That's great.
Yeah, and it's a great, different environment. Meet different people. We're trying to set up some interviews with some radio station hosts, and
that's terrific.
And just again, just following his everyday journey. John's not acting. This is his life. I'm just behind the scenes trying to follow behind.
Terrific. So now, have you had any press about this?
No, this is very new. Maybe 3 months into it.
Yeah, so you're not ready for that.
Yeah, I spoke to a friend of mine who's
I've been keeping it pretty quiet too.
Yeah, he does pretty well in the industry, and he says it's a long process.
Yeah, but it might as well
keep
wait.
keep filming.
Right,
so
right. Well, if you ever need help with that, I do that on the side.
Thank you. You seem to be doing everything.
Well, now I do.
Talk about freedom.
I am free now, but I didn't know I wasn't always like this.
All right.
I used to wear stretch pants and headbands. Okay?
There you go. We all used to. Our 20s was a good time.
When I was young, I was a fart. FART. Okay. And now, things have changed. But I had to go through a lot of changes and grief and disappointments. But what happened as a result of this show is I'm meeting the greatest people. I have a full-size model right now who, when she came, she didn't even wear makeup.
Yeah, wow.
And she's now running in the Miss USA full-size pageant in New York in May. And we're all going because she did it.
Wow.
She has 5 kids.
That's
5
amazing.
kids. So it really, when you help people in the community.
You could do anything that you set your mind on. And this is something that we hear as children, right? But as you get older, you really really can do it. You can
believe
do it.
Yes, that's very true. Very true. So you want to tell a little bit of your story? I mean, we allowed to do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
John
All
can
right,
share.
Tell us, what happens. Like, I don't know what happens.
Well, I could give you like a very small clip. I mean, I grew up pretty poor. My mom was a waitress. I was about 8 years old, and I was too sick to go to school, and my mom had no other option but take me to her local diner, which was downtown Brooklyn.
And we have one of those, a local diner right here. We have.
And I was
Susan.
sitting in the back, just like kind of drawing, and a magician came into her diner, and my mom said, "My son's in the back. Do you think you could show him a trick?" And he showed me a trick, and that's when I got bit by the magic bug.
And that was when you were little.
That was when I was little. So, and I practiced it as a young child then, and then you forget about it because it just becomes like a hobby that you forget. And then about 3 years into the police department, I was involved in a pretty bad car accident, and my shoulder all ripped up, and I had to go for surgery. And I picked up a book called Magic for Dummies.
You got to be kidding.
And David Blaine just came out and inspired me a little bit, and I started reading this book and became that guy that was doing magic tricks to all the other guys in the precinct. And I just got really invested into it and loved what I was doing for people and loved how I felt about it.
Well, when you do what you love, you're successful.
And that was the beginning of my magic journey.
Really? Now, at the police department, were you doing it a lot?
I was doing it to the point where all the big chiefs, including the police commissioner, were hiring me for their private parties.
Whoa.
So it opened up a lot of doors. It opened up a lot of doors.
If I would have known him back then,
yeah,
I would have had some doors open,
Yes, this is true.
But it's all right. That's in the past. But you know what? John does great with his magic, and I think he wants to maybe do something for you on the show.
Yes, well, we're going to see that. I hope you brought something really snazzy. But I want to tell you to repeat a word that you just used, because you said it right and you're not Italian. You just said forget about it.
Forget about it.
Yeah, he says it good.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Yeah, so there's how many?
I
5?
talk with my hands sometimes.
There's 5 ways to say forget about it.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, forget about it. Or forget about it.
Yeah, there's probably about a dozen ways to say about forget about it.
It really,
Like from a Donnie
is.
Brasco movie. Sometimes it just
Yes.
means forget about it.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys really, for you not being Italian, well, you're Italian, but
Kind of Maltese.
yeah,
Wow,
right.
we're
Well,
Brooklyn.
That's what it is. I don't. Yeah, it's not really heritage. It's more where you're raised. And
that-
who you're
it's-
around
and who
your
you hang
environment.
with. I always had this thing for hanging with, those people. Not really, but go around, say hello, and they're just very friendly people. We have a few people in the neighborhood where if you see them on the street, they're making you cappuccino and all kinds of different things.
Well, the pun is, I work a ton of Italian parties, a ton. Most of my clientele is Italian. And at every single party, someone asks me, can you make my wife disappear? And I always say, I'm John Ryan. There's guys that do that. I'm an Irish guy.
Well, you have to give me your business cards, because
Absolutely.
we have a few performers. They perform on the show for us. And we don't pay, of course, you know that. But we get you clients.
Okay.
So what happens is, like, we have, 3 Sinatra singers, Bobby Darin singers. We have Jerry Lewis. We have so many
I'm
different
gonna tell you
guys.
something. So one of a good mentor of mine.
Donald Trump, right? We have a Donald Trump. He's great too. Yeah. So they come on the show. So then we get the
Do you
work.
have a magician?
No.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
See, this is why John came today. See this?
Yeah. Well,
Listen, so what I was trying to say is, one of my mentors told me, John, if you get asked to do magic for free at fundraisers, you have to remember that at a fundraiser, you're going to network. The people that are at the fundraiser, those are the people you want to get to know.
Absolutely.
So everything everything opens doors.
Well, where do you think I'm going right after this? To a fundraiser.
To a fundraiser.
Because that's where I'm going to get 3 new clients.
There you
it.
go.
Because
Great.
this is unique. What do you think of this setup? You've never done this, right?
This is the first time I've done something like this. I mean,
And that's how
many,
you
many
create a
years
following
ago.
for yourself. You know, other than, you know, like I do coaching, I do resumes, I do like 75,000 things. And you can also, I mean, I'll give you tips. You can actually get paid by the library.
Wow.
Imagine being
do
her
this.
accountant on tax season.
Yeah. Jeez.
But libraries, if you're good, like it seems like you're very good, you can get paid by the library for 2 hours.
Yeah.
There's a
I know
minimum
all
amount.
about it. I know
Oh,
all
so
about
you
it.
know.
Yeah, I know. I looked all
You mean I
into
can't
that.
teach you anything?
No, you could teach me a lot. Listen, you never stop learning in life.
That's
You
true.
never stop learning in
That's
life.
trure. But maybe we'll have you at something. We do a lot of fundraisers and things like
That's
that
great.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's what really makes you go further in life. The more you volunteer, the more you're going to meet people that you like, that want to be there, and are nice.
The opportunity to meet more people, yes, and you know.
Someone's wife is watching.
Yes,
Uh-oh.
now here. Okay,
I'm taking a little look at
Cindy
you. See what's going
Savelle
on
is
here.
watching. She has her own show. You know Cindy?
No, I don't.
Cindy has her own show. She's a doll.
Hi,
She's
Cindy.
watching.
Hi, Cindy.
Karen Delaba Pollock.
Pollock. Oh my! Can we
Pollock.
start this over again, please?
Pollock. That's your wife?
Where's my agent?
Karen,
Yes.
nice to meet you.
Karen, she didn't mean that, Karen.
Now, Kathy Willems, she is our jewelry, $5 jewelry.
I got
lady.
one of my
see
buddies,
this?
Anthony, watching me.
Jerry
I play poker with him.
Ferretti. Mr. Ferretti's watching, the king.
The king, Jerry. You stole my. No, I was kidding. Jerry, we're gonna be back with the documentary at the film
Why aren't
festival.
you seeing
Excited.
who's
My
I don't know, I don't
glass
see it.
eye. What's up, cuz?
Where
My
do you
buddy
see
of mine's
this?
Why
watching.
aren't you
Joe
watching
Neeson.
it? Here you go. Here.
Oh, here we go.
See who's watching you.
Oh, there you go. So my wife's laughing at me again. You okay? I'm used to that.
Karen's saying, hey, LOL. Karen
Oh.
replied to John. Okay, so Karen.
Paul's
see you
here. Oh, there you go, Paul.
Paul, not a
Yeah,
Karen.
what
That's
a great
my
guy.
What a great guy.
son.
Paul, Jerry. You guys
Paul
are
and
great
they're my
guys.
sons.
It only took us 25 minutes of filming for a couple people to start coming on.
Joe Neeson. Who's that?
That's
cousin?
a good buddy of mine. Yeah,
See,
good
they're all
buddy of
watching.
mine.
Now, all of you out there, like and share what you're watching because you'll be helping these 2 gentlemen and you'll be helping me too. So, you know, you got to share the wealth,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, how come you're wearing a pink shirt? I love pink on men.
I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels on me.
It smashes
I saw
your
you.
skin.
I saw you getting dressed in the morning.
Yeah.
And I wanted to match.
It's his
you.
wife's
Matches
shirt. I don't know
me.
who
It's
he's
my
kidding.
wife's shirt.
It's his
Karen,
wife's
thank
shirt.
you. Fits
Karen, he
It's
looks
wonderful.
pretty good in gray. Pink and gray, my favorite colors.
Oh, your wife is saying we want John to do
Oh,
some tricks.
Louis
All right.
Padron, I love him.
Lewis is so. Let me tell you something.
I
Lewis,
love you, Louis. You got to come to Long Island.
He is one of my favorite people in this world. He's such. And I'm not saying this just because
He
you're
is such a
watching.
happy guy.
But he's so giving.
Yeah.
He really is. I mean, this guy, what he does with not just with his festivals and with networking. He does so much. Lewis, honestly, I mean this. He's such an.
And I love his outfits.
Yeah. Oh,
He dresses
he is
like-
quirky.
Yeah, he's dressed so weird, but he looks good.
I had him in a short film of mine called Dating Blind, and he played this offset waiter, and he was, I mean, on point professional. So good, so funny, and so professional. And Lewis, love you,
We
buddy.
love you, Louis. So you got to come out to Long Island to see Valentina.
There you go. Oh, he would come on. He'd be great.
He
Yeah.
doesn't live close by, though.
He lives in Queens, not too far.
Oh, I thought he was further
Yeah.
away. Okay. So, what are you going to do for us? So, like, what do you need? Do I have to prepare?
You know, all I need really is a piece of paper and a pen.
Do me a trick, funny boy.
If that
And
sounds
while
okay.
you're getting ready,
Yeah.
tonight there is a evening for equal first aid. It's a machine to do CPR to help all the people that don't know how to do it.
Very
And
important.
it's at Mulcahy's Pub. I'm going there tonight. This tonight, also a Casariano, our Sinatra singer is there. His name is Eddie Sessa. He is fantastic. That's right in Mineola. And also tomorrow, if you've never been to Westbury, the Polo Lounge, that is a great night out to take your wife. And it's old-fashioned, like,
Okay.
singing Sinatra, and really a very nice place to go. You need a nice clothes on. You can't just go there not dressed. We're also doing a prom collection for all the girls on Long Island that don't have prom dresses, clothes, and anybody could drop jewelry off here to me any night of the show. and it will help a girl look prettier on her prom
You can
night.
drop cash off to me and Brian too.
Yeah, okay.
And it will make us look prettier. A lot
And
prettier.
the Senior Health Expo is coming up March 31st. And basically, we're working on some new talks for Jerry's actually in Florida right now, and he's writing.
I saw a picture of Jerry when you were leaving the airport.
Yes, he did.
And I got to
that.
be honest with you, love and hate went through my mind at the same time. I mean, it was like so happy for you, but I'm in snow.
Oh,
Yeah,
we have a
so-
request here.
This gentleman just came from Florida.
We
too.
have a request. Can I request Brian Pollock sing an 80s song? What is that about?
Oh, Lewis, get out of town.
Do you
I don't
sing 80s
I don't
songs?
sing.
Oh, God.
I could dress like I'm in the 80s sometimes. But.
Well, I think we all can.
I'm all ready for you.
Okay,
I'm
so
all ready.
Here we go.
what do we do?
So this is the Breakfast Club, right?
The Long Island
The
Breakfast
Long
Club.
Island
We don't
Breakfast
want
Club.
to mix up with the Breakfast Club in New York City.
So I figured,
'Cause we're
why
our
don't
own
we do a
entity.
trick involving some breakfast?
Okay.
Right? Just like this.
You're going to make
So-
food appear?
No, but Valentina, I need your attention.
Okay.
All right. So on just before I got here on my phone, which we're going to show the camera in a second, on my notes section, and I'll let you zoom in really quickly in a minute. There's a list of 100 items that we can have for breakfast.
Okay. Justin, I don't know if he heard you. To zoom
Okay.
in.
Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to think.
I love breakfast.
Well, this is good. This is good. And before we do this, I want you to notice that right on this little guy here, I stuffed a little prediction on that napkin.
Oh
I actually
my
wrote
God.
something down there before we started. But I want you to think of a number. Any number between 1 and 100.
Okay.
Okay? But that first number you're thinking of, it might be your favorite number. I don't want you to pick that one.
Okay, but one number, not a stream
No,
of
just
numbers.
one number between 1 and 100, but I don't want you to say it just yet.
Okay.
I want you to think about all the numbers that you could choose, and I'm going to make sure that you don't pick the one right at the top of your head now. And when I tell you, you're going to name the number out loud, and then I'm going to go to my phone, and in my notes section, there's 100 different items of breakfast. I'm going to just see randomly where you picked.
Okay.
Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay, so in a nice loud voice, I want you to say the number to everyone so everybody could hear it.
My number that I want to pick.
Yep.
24.
24. So I'm just going to go to my phone. I'm going to show everybody this in a second. There's a notes section. I'm going to hit it right now. Actually, you could hit it. Can you see the notes?
I'm very bad at this.
That's okay. You'll find it. Notes.
I always have
It's the
a hard
yellow
time.
one, right?
There
Yep,
it is.
yep, Brian,
I
can
always
you
have
get
a
it? Yep,
hard
you got
time
it.
All right,
finding
Brian.
mine.
Maybe you could see. There should be something about breakfast foods or groceries.
Okay, let's see. I see groceries.
Groceries. Hit groceries.
Okay. Groceries.
Okay. Now I want you to scroll. And I don't know if you need your glasses, but I want you to scroll and tell me the number you picked, which was 24.
Yes.
I want you to look at number 24. Don't tell me what it is, but do you see it?
Yes.
All right. Now I want you to scroll more to make sure that that item that you selected is nowhere else on that list. It's not at 26 or 27 or 73 or 79 or number 2. It's solely at your number.
Yeah, it's not.
Is that fair?
Yep.
Okay. So I don't know if you remember, I said we made a little prediction.
Yes. So when did you do this? Where was I?
Well, that's part of magic. Sometimes you see it and sometimes you don't, right? But I think the camera caught me. So in a minute, I'm just going to pull this out of what I predicted, and I want you to tell me the breakfast item that you selected. What was it?
Bacon.
Bacon.
My
Well, would
favorite
you know
thing.
that before anything started, that's exactly what I wrote.
Whoa! Look
Right
at that bacon. That's
And the crowd goes
unbelievable.
wild.
That's pretty neat.
That is
And
pretty.
I'm just learning to eat Irish bacon, which I never had before, and it's very good.
Whoa.
There you go.
Because I never did anything.
That was some
Irish.
segue.
I'm not sure how to take that, but whatever.
Is this the Valentine show again? What's going on?
Very nice. Wow, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, that was cool, right?
Well, I have something for you guys now.
All
On
right.
the Breakfast Club show, everybody gets Italian bread.
Oh.
And the reason for that is Italian bread, community, break bread.
Very
So you
good.
get to take this home and break bread with your loved one.
Thank you
and you
so
get
much.
to take it home, either your dog or your girlfriend. I don't know what you have,
Oh,
one
yeah.
or the other.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was sweet.
And Karen Del Alba
Karen DeLaba.
Pollock, Louise says she's the best. And Louise says he's very impressed with your magic.
Oh, well, thank you.
John Ryan is watching, which is you, but Jim Ryan is my friend.
Oh, okay.
And he's watching.
There you go. I got
Yes.
two Ryans on this show.
And Jim Ryan is an author. Yes, he's one of our authors. So how do you like that?
I think it's great.
So
far,
now
so
you
good.
have breakfast. Now you have
Thank
bread
you.
for your breakfast
Yes,
too.
I was very excited.
That's part of our whole thing. Greg and I believe in breaking bread with
And
everyone.
there's fortune cookies in here too.
Yeah, that's a little treat. Yeah.
Now, if you had
You can actually
breakfast, if you had
open it up.
bacon written on the fortune cookie thing, I'd really be blown
I mean,
away.
come on. I didn't know that.
And you know how I got those fortune cookies? Because my wonderful man in my life took me out for a very nice dinner
There
to
you
a
go.
very nice restaurant, and we fell in love with this obnoxious Chinese guy that was serving us. And he was like on Seinfeld, no soup for you. He was that kind of a guy, And I'm like, you got to come on the show. You're hysterical. No. By the end of the night, he took his hands. He came to me on my pants. He started rubbing my leg. No
Whoa.
shit, Sherlock, okay? And he said, where did you buy these pants? I want to buy them for my wife. And he wouldn't leave us alone. So I said, you got to come on my show. I said, give me something to bring on the show. So he gave us 5 fortune cookies.
All right.
Then he started rubbing my leg again. I said, we need more. He went back and he gave us a whole case of fortune cookies.
One rub is good for 5 fortune
Well, I'm like,
cookies.
if you keep rubbing my leg,
So this is what I'm saying. People
General
draw
Chow
to,
chicken or something.
yeah.
I always have a story, no matter
Might get the
what.
special number 5.
There's always a story. Now, Luis is saying that was me on my part-time job. Did he work in a Chinese
I don't know.
restaurant?
Lewis is so talented, and I love him, and I guess maybe he did. I don't know.
And Cindy is saying she's very impressed with your magic.
I've
Thank
seen
you.
John at a few shows
Thanks,
now,
Cindy.
filming him, and it's amazing. I mean, I watch him all the time doing it now. I still can't figure. It's amazing to watch this magic that he
Yes.
does
Well,
flawlessly, without
the fire thing that I saw on the tape.
Oh
Whoa.
yeah.
That's amazing.
I like to do things right here, and
Yeah, so-
I'll even do something else for you guys if you want.
Okay, yeah.
I just need a $1 bill.
A dollar bill.
I might have
Somebody
one
might
on
have
me.
it in the audience.
I might
Do you have
have.
one?
See, I fell for
Oh,
this
I
trick
do.
too many
Is it a
times.
real dollar bill? Let's see.
we could-
I'm
how
about
a 5?
$7 short from him already.
How about a 5? Is that a real 5?
Oh yeah, I like 5s.
Okay. So the best thing about magic that I like to do is I like to do it right in front of people.
Well,
I want it
because-
right in front of their eyes, right?
Yeah, and we're close. I guess Justin is getting us real close. Right?
So what we'll do now is I'll take the $5 bill
The
from you.
dramatic focusing.
Yeah, and if he wants to focus, he could focus so he could see everything. And I'll do it. Is this a good angle here, or do you want to see it?
No,
Is this
I
better?
see
Is that
it.
good?
Yeah.
So we could take this $5 bill. We'll give it a couple of little bends, and one last snap, and a little wave. And when you fold it and give it a little crease, you can actually open it up, and it might no longer look like a $5 bill.
$100 bill.
So
That was pretty neat.
See, now you wish you gave him that $1, huh?
Yeah, really. Is that
I'm actually going to keep it myself. So that was a pretty good investment for myself. So
That's very good. Lewis is sending all kinds of stars, saying, "I want more magic."
more magic.
Lewis, we got to do this at the International Film Festival in Manhattan. That'd be great to
Yeah.
to have John come on stage and perform there.
Yeah, I'm looking to get you some gigs.
There you go.
Yeah,
Got a new manager.
No, well, we do that.
She does everything. We already know she does everything. Now
Well,
she's
we
my
help each
manager.
other.
The next show, she's going to be doing magic.
No, that I
Hold
can't.
on, I got this
No,
dollar
because
bill.
I'd have to stand. I'd have to stand too long. I can't stand that long.
Latina Ryan.
She's got a great stage name.
Oh, yeah.
Tina Valentina.
Yeah,
Tina
yeah. That's a
Valentina.
good
Now, there
stage
are
name.
some bad Valentinas out there. I don't know if you've looked at them, but
Well, I get asked all the time, is John
Yeah.
Ryan your stage name or is that your real name? I was like, that's my real name.
yeah, well, Tina Valentina's no bad ones, but Valentina's, there's some, I don't need to tell you what out there.
Well, you're representing the name properly.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just a...
Especially when you rub
I'm
my
a-
leg.
Hey, John, you got bread for it. Don't complain. We got the poor guy's fortune cookies. This isn't right.
This is true. This is true. So, where do you perform? Everywhere? Like something coming up next week?
So most of my performances are private shows. People that
Private,
book me and hire me. I have not done too many public shows. I did a show at Hudson Yards. I performed for Brad Pitt and Angelina's kids a few years ago.
Wow.
I guess I could say that now. I don't know.
That was
They're
right
not
before they got
together
divorced. What
anymore.
kind of trick did you play?
You still have a number?
So no.
No, come on. this is one thing you have to learn. When you meet these people, the first thing you do is put their cell number in your phone.
Oh, okay.
Because they're good connections for all kinds of things.
They are, but when you're performing for people that have like celebrities, you gotta kind of like feel like it's no big deal, right?
Oh.
I remember when I signed the paper, I was like, oh my god. But I try to play it cool.
That's good. That's good. So here we have a question. Cindy wants to know, can you turn her singles into hundreds?
Cindy, it would be my pleasure.
Oh, there you go. And how about at the Avenue, he's saying, Phil Verso, would you come and do something at the Avenue?
Sure, why not?
Well, you got to see how much he charges, Phil. Phil runs all the entertainment.
Phil, that could be expensive.
So now you have to realize, now that you met Valentina, and I'm going to kind of help you along the way, when you come to do our show for Valentina and the Breakfast Club, we get a discount.
That's the vig you got to pay.
Yes.
She's already.
It's on the arm.
She's already
right?
pushing vigs on you.
Already pushing on me.
Yeah,
That's
but you
fine.
can ask any of my performers. They always love it because they get gigs out of being on our things.
Oh,
Yeah, so there you go.
Well,
That's
I've watched
a decision.
this show many times, and it's true. You bring so many different people on this show, and
We have a
I've seen-
real
How
mix
long has
of
the show been
people.
running?
It's 3.5 years almost.
Oh, wow.
We're at 200, and today is our 275th show you're on.
there you go.
Yeah, which
That's a
we're
good number,
very
275.
proud of. Greg and I work very hard
What's up,
on it.
Adam D? One of my close friends is watching. Just came on.
Who's watching on your end, my friend?
So Lewis and my wife Karen's on this.
Well, we'll be sharing it later.
Costello is watching.
Oh, Kathleen. Okay.
All
Oh,
right.
Dawn. Hi, Dawn.
See,
Few
so you got a
people.
lot of nice people here today.
Yeah.
It's good to know, even if it's people just coming on for curiosity, it's people support you and
Definitely.
and that's what's important. I think that's what's most important in this industry, whether it's your show, John doing magic,
Absolutely.
me doing films or acting. If you support each other, and then in the
That's what
end,
it's all about.
eventually when somebody starts thriving a little bit better, they help you out and you continue to keep growing that way.
My
Yes.
social media has been amazing. Everybody
have a
that
lot,
follows me has, they peek into my, I had a sick child, which again,
Oh, you did? I'm
yes,
sorry to hear that.
yes,
Is
that,
everything okay now?
it's progressing. It's progressing. But like my Instagram has almost become part of my family. People are very supportive
Well,
in what
yeah,
I
there's
do.
a lot of, most of the people, Greg always teases me, he's like, where did you meet this one? Facebook, and I was against Facebook many years ago before I did all this. And now I'm like a Facebook, freak. But I don't do bad things, but that's where I meet most of my clients.
Well, I'm new to social media. I only have social media probably about 3 years now.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm about 5.
Social media is like sugar. It's good, but you can't abuse it.
No,
Right, 'cause
because
then
you
you
get in
get
trouble.
sick.
And
Yeah,
then your
and that's what
haters,
happens.
you have
This-
haters, they're going to get you in trouble.
There's people that really just they live within that realm.
No, that's-
and they drive themselves crazy instead of using it for what it is, for connecting with people,
Right.
For meeting friends or family that you haven't seen in a long time.
So there'll be
you
a
know.
lot of people that watch my show that never heard of you before.
There you
So
go.
True.
then
What
they
about
all
me?
know they call
I'm
me
a nobody.
when they want to do. Yes, you too.
Okay, because you're
Yes.
saying John. I mean, I'm sitting.
Well,
here
I'm
too,
just.
there's a lot of people that might see me now. and
Yes,
say, hey,
exactly, Brian. Yeah.
It's nice that he brought
You
the
know
Michelle
TJ
show.
Kiss, don't you? TJ Kiss.
What's that?
Do you know
You
TJ
want a
Kiss?
kiss? What'd you say?
No, I don't want to kiss.
Jesus. What kind of-
She moves fast, I told you.
You got more bread back there? No, what'd
No,
you say?
TJ Kiss. You
No,
know him?
no, I don't.
Oh, he had a film. Donna Morales is in it.
Okay, I know
Where
Donna. Yeah.
it's a film all about going out to the country for the summer,
Okay.
and they kill people.
Oh,
And the summer resort, and he was just here 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
He's a panic. Yeah, very funny. And you guys will bring a certain kind of fun to.
Listen, you
the
got
show.
as much as I have things going on in my life, John. You still gotta enjoy life. And,
Yeah,
and,
but the fact that you're able to do your retire,
Yeah.
and now you're doing something that's your dream.
yeah,
That's the best.
it's true. Yeah.
So do you ever do? Most of your things are about true stories, or no? You make up the kits as you go along.
So, except for what we're doing with John right now,
This is different.
Yeah, everything I've done is just fictional stories. There's a few documentaries I have in my mind. We were actually just speaking about it in the car. After hearing about this police officer who killed himself.
Yeah.
There's this unknown stigma with the police department with PTSD, and it's like an unwritten thing. People don't want to talk about
Well,
it.
it's
So
very true.
I think there has to be extreme changes, and one of my ideas was to dig deeper into that because
Right.
I've known people that have unfortunately lost their lives as well as John. And not to get too serious on the show, we're having such a good time, but
yeah, no,
it's
but
a very serious subject.
There are serious things that go on.
And again, just like other things, people see the surface and they don't really understand what's happening. Like that. There's musicians who kill themselves and they say, what happened right before? He was laughing at the table, having a great time, and then just went in the back and killed himself. Like, yeah. So it's not people sitting around saying, I'm depressed. Right. It's everyday people you walk into.
Mm-hmm. Well, Gloria Pagano, she's a singer. She's checking in. She's saying hi. Thanks, Gloria, for watching. Many years ago, when I lost the big job I had in media, I was part of a documentary. It was about ageism.
Okay, yeah.
And that's a great documentary. Now, 15 years later, we did it 15 years ago, and ageism was quietly a problem.
Sure.
Now, with everything that's gone on, with people losing their jobs at 50, now you lose your jobs.
Yeah, that's a lot of stress.
So we did a whole documentary, and these people from California came to Long Island, and I took them, because we do everything in diners, from diner to diner to diner, and we had these little groups, and they all talked about how they felt when they got
my
fired.
brother's watching. Hey, Kevin.
And the problem is when you do get fired, you do feel.
Yeah, and
it ruins your marriage, and it ruins your pocketbook, and it ruins a lot of things.
It becomes an avalanche of one little problem makes another problem, and then it starts rolling. And then before you know it, you can't control it no more. And maybe you're embarrassed to reach out to somebody and tell them that you're feeling this way because you don't want to be looked at as a weak person.
Absolutely. So that's how this all, 15 years ago, I didn't know I'd be doing this. But, I was part of this documentary, just helping the woman put it together. And, it's unbelievable how 15 years later I'm doing this. Most of the people in my book were downsized for the wrong reason.
So life can change in a minute. Can you imagine how what 15 years can do to somebody?
Yeah. Exactly. And I've had my jobs, and I also worked in government for a few years, and my boss, unfortunately, and he's in the clinker right now. So again, I, basically had to change again because I did get another job. And now I don't want to go to work. I like what I do.
You reinvented yourself.
Right. And so now we help people publish books too. And like I said, cops love publishing books. They love it.
It's because it's...
cops see a lot. I mean, when we first get hired, they tell you're going to have the front row seat to the best show on earth, greatest show on earth. And it is true. You see a lot in your 20 years, depending on where you work.
Well, that's very true. And it's like that, I guess, nurses, hospital. I mean, there's every industry.
Absolutely.
9/11, just another topic that, I was... unfortunate to be at and succumb to some injuries from it.
And you look at you now.
And
look at you with all this stuff on you. What is
so brand new.
So this is brand new. Tattoo.
How long did this take?
It was a magic trick. He made it appear.
So for my 50th birthday, I'm getting my whole arm done.
So 50, that's coming up?
It's just because it's my story now.
So can I see what does this mean? Like,
so this is
actually cards because
I'm a magician, but I do like to gamble.
Oh, where do you go? Atlantic City
I
or
go
Vegas?
Everywhere. I was just in Florida, in Fort Lauderdale for the last 3 days in 87-degree weather.
And to tell you, that's the only time John will turn a $100 bill into a single.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what
when he gambles.
What does this mean?
So this is one of my first. This is my daughter's name around my arm, and it says my life inside. But this is my this is my magic piece that I just had done.
Very nice.
You see a Rubik's Cube and a magic wand.
Where did you have it done? We'll give it a little...
Oh, in Couture.
Where is that?
Staten Island, New York.
Okay, in Couture. We'll give them a little,
a little plug.
Why not? We like to be nice.
Yeah, my guy George over there is wonderful. If you need that does great work. They're located in Staten Island.
Wait, in Couture just commented, you owe me $300.
Yeah. They owe me $300. They owe me $300.
That is something.
That's for sure.
Does he do those rings and all that other stuff?
Oh, they do everything. They have many artists, many talented artists.
That's the one thing I hate to be, honest, but I can't stand the rings.
I don't have a tattoo. Should I get a tattoo?
Yeah. Why not?
What kind of tattoo should I get?
Well, if you have children?
I have children.
Yeah, how many?
I have twin 13-year-olds, a boy-girl twins.
You're kidding.
Carissa and Christian.
Wow.
And my older son is 15, Brandon.
So there you go, the three of them.
Yep. And you can see them right here in all the grays. Yeah. They're all weaved in.
And it should say, and then there were three.
And then there was three. Yeah.
See, that's what I do.
It'll be a picture of the three kids, my wife, and me on the floor.
She's gonna design your tattoo for you.
Yeah.
She can. My daughter's getting really into special effects.
Oh, good.
And she does like like all like special effect makeup and scars and
Really?
yeah. So
well, that's good for you.
Yeah, my next short horror script, I'm definitely gonna bring her aboard. And
You don't have to pay her then. This is your daughter. Well, you if you ever need me for a horror film, what the hell? I could look horrible, I think.
it would take a lot of work, young lady. It would take.
This is really, you guys are terrific, really. So how do we see this magic fire trick? Not here, obviously.
Well,
where do we have to go to see that?
You'd have to
'Cause-
give me a call or
Yeah.
check out my Instagram.
Yes.
Which
all
is,
right. Which is up there? Is his Instagram up there? I don't know. Say it. What's your Instagram?
So my personal is John Ryan's Magic.
John Ryan's Magic.
And then my business is Sleight of Hand Magicians, that you can find me on Google and you can find me on Instagram.
Sleight of Hand Magicians.
That's
And if
correct.
your fans enjoyed, want to see it, like I said, you'd love to come back here, and work something out.
Sure.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
great.
I'd love to come back. This was fun.
Wow, very nice. So Jerry Ferretti is enjoying this, He's commenting, nice work, guys, nice work.
Thank you, Jerry. Jerry, another
Yeah,
one.
thanks, Jerry.
You talk about, the community and everything. Jerry's another guy,
He doesn't stop.
I met him just having a film in it, and he introduces me to all the people, Donna and Paul. It's just
Paul's amazing.
such an amazing community that grow, and he welcomed me into that group, and it's amazing how people really want to just make films and good content. And these are the type of people, and I'm so happy to know him and to honestly hopefully work in the future with him. So
Yeah, well, we all are. I mean,
did I read that right, Jerry?
I'm now his
I
mother.
didn't remember it perfectly.
Okay, I'm his mother now.
That's
so
it.
there you go.
Yeah. The mother hen.
I got 4 sons, but they're all pretty bad. But Jerry's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
But the other 3, forget about it. They are in trouble.
And what a great job he's doing with the Fontanas. They're
Yes.
working on seasons and episodes, and I mean,
Yes, and we have all different locations. If you ever need locations, I
Yeah.
get that. We do that too for Jerry.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because we all help each other. That's what life's about.
yes.
And
I agree.
that's really. So what I did was I brought you my little book. The big book you'll have to buy if you want it. This is the little book my first book, and this is a true story. So you
Okay.
might be interested in it. It's about myself, my best friend, me and my best friend.
Oh wow.
Many years ago. I'll look younger. And this little girl. She's a real girl on Long Island who almost drowned in a pool.
Oh my God.
And she survived. But back then, this was when I lost my first job. She came into my life. And she's still alive, but she needed hyperbarics to survive. And it wasn't covered by insurance.
Yeah.
So she's now 21, still fighting her life. And this book is quite emotional and also positive. And I put them in hyperbaric surgery places.
Wow.
So people that are sitting there going in for their hyperbarics get a little positivity out of reading it. So after
That's
you read it,
unbelievable. Yeah.
you share it with your friend.
Absolutely.
Here.
Thank
So
you
that's
so
for
much.
you.
Yes.
And obviously, you know about my new book. It's on my website, and it's quite funny. Every story's true. There's no lies, even the one about the prostitute.
No small embellishments, nothing.
No, the prostitute lived in a car. We met her in a bar, and when you're out of work, you spend a lot of time in a bar.
Look at this. You just handed me the book, and look, my wife's already like, I can't wait to read. Can I read it first?
Oh, wait, and then it comes to me.
She's already
Karen,
taking
you
it
have
out
to
of my
wait,
hand.
Karen.
I'm like,
you have to wait.
And Karen, you could buy the other one.
so
It's
I'm
on
gonna
my
do a
website.
selfless plug here. So my wife does Pampered Chef. Have you ever?
Oh yes, we love that stuff.
She's great with Pampered Chef. She's the senior director.
Really?
And if you
so
ever
she
want,
does well.
oh, and she does these demonstrations. She
She
makes
could
fun of
come.
me while she does it, saying I can't mix a cup of milk. But if you want her on the show, she'd love to come to bring her
Yes, so
products
call
one
me
day.
up,
and-
Karen.
Yeah,
No
make some
problem.
food.
I wanna come to dinner.
Make some food for the
Karen,
set.
how about
I'm
a
sure
John
you guys,
Ryan invite?
We have for cooking. One of our very good friends is Steve from Anchor Down Restaurant. I don't know if you ever heard of it, and it's a great restaurant. He comes and cooks for us, and then we have a book author, and he comes and cooks for us, and he wrote a book on cooking, and he's a chef now.
So we're not going to starve here.
No. Well, first of all, the one thing about the Breakfast Club from day one is the reason that we used to meet for breakfast, it was the cheapest meal of the day. And we would meet to try to help each other. Well, what are we going to do? We lost our job. And then we'd wound up maybe at lunch having drinks, But when you're out of work, you do things you never
Sure.
did before.
Yeah.
So you waste a lot of money at bars and breakfast. And the reason we became famous was because the Sweet Hollow Diner on 110 threw us out because we did not spend enough money in too much time. And the diner was empty. And that guy is now dead. His picture's on the wall.
No, nothing to do with you.
No.
Okay.
But I went to...
You're live on television right now.
No, I went to the diner recently. I said, is he still alive? He's on the wall. And she said, no, he's dead. I said, oh, you know him well? She goes, oh, yeah. So I said, well, I told her the story. She goes, that sounds like him. That man put us on the map.
Wow.
And that was the month we went on CNN News.
That's amazing.
We could not get jobs. We were too smart, too old, and made too much money. But we got on CNN News.
That's unbelievable. Yeah.
So if I
it
was
shows
working,
you.
I would have had a $200,000 bonus for that show. But we had a blast. And you know where the show was held? In the cheapest place to go, at a horse ranch. Because
I was going to say White Castle.
No, well, we went to a horse ranch because everyone was depressed. And I said, go ride the horse.
Right.
And we did the whole CNN show at a horse ranch.
Wow.
And they came here for 3 days to West Hampstead.
That's amazing.
That's luck.
Yeah.
It's karma.
But, you know, you say luck, but the famous phrase, you got to be good to be lucky. So you got to put yourself in the position.
And you have to come up with words. Like that, we got on, you know what the word was that got them here?
I'm sorry, I'm being distracted.
That's all right. Was someone telling you?
Yeah, well, Karen said that he's doing a great job and he could come home now. And I said, well, we're going to the strip club after this. And I'm blaming that on you because you brought the stripper into my head and now you're influencing me.
You did magic on John.
And you know, and Karen saying, was your friend first? Because me and Karen were good friends in high school. Does that mean
She wants to go to the strip club?
Maybe she wants to. Hey, maybe the whole audience will come with you. We're partiers. The Breakfast Club is partiers.
Is this the Liquid Lunch Club or is this the Breakfast Club? I was going to bring some whiskey. I should have brought some.
Well, we sometimes have.
I've seen you have a nice glass of wine sometimes.
Yeah, we do. It depends,
cordial.
you know. And when we have a party show, you got to come to the party show.
I am the party babe.
Yes. Okay.
I come too?
Yes, of course. I'm not ignoring you.
I'm not trying to
John,
be
you're like-
quiet. I'm trying to be quiet.
You can kind of zoom the camera in their direction.
Our next party show will be Easter. We have a show and we have an audience.
Okay.
For Easter, Christmas, Valentine's Day, the big ones. We don't do every single one because, you know, but they're a lot of fun to have an audience.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and then we have photographer and all kinds of, we have giveaways.
That's
you know.
great.
So sometimes, you know, we give away something on the show that's of value that people would want. And
what is, if I can turn the show on you for a second, what is your like inspiration to keep doing this? Because obviously this isn't easy.
No.
You know,
easy?
Like people watch this. I'm sure people watching this, they say, oh, wow, okay, it's a great show. This is so easy. I should do. No, it's not that easy.
No,
it isn't. So what is your motivation to
Well, one of the
keep
things
going?
for me is I like to make things happen for others. And I always say, I can make anything happen for you, for anybody. But when I need that one thing, I can just do about anything. But when it's that one big thing, I need the president. I can't do that for myself.
Yeah.
So I keep trying because in all these things that happen for me, I meet somebody big.
Right.
And one of these days, you know, like my big thing is I want to go on Channel 4 with my book and tell my story because it's a huge story. And I see the people they have on there and they're good. But, you know, Jenna Hager, and she has like 50,000 books coming to her every day. If you send your book there, it's all about that one connection.
I'm going to call Oprah.
He did magic for her nephew.
You know, and that's really, you know, so I do all this because I know what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
And I believe in that.
I agree that that's
And
it.
I've always wanted to be the person, if somebody really screws me over, I kill them with kindness because I'll be there when the big fat boot kicks them in the ass.
I get it.
And I will not pick up the pieces, but I will see it.
And she says Sicilians eventually.
No, it's not revenge because I'm
But
nice.
you're right. Yeah, you're right.
You know, I'm very nice, and
that's
I'll
why I
help,
try to make sure I was here on time because.
and I help everybody. But you know, you can you hurt me 3 times. 3 times. But by the 4th, then I'm done. But I don't, you know, I don't like to get hurt. But who does?
Right.
But
But it's nature of life.
Right.
And it's how you react to it. Obviously, like you're saying, you know, you could either get vengeful and spoil your own life, or you know.
And I think about what happened to me when this all happened to me, and I got the opportunity to go to the first place, which was Governor's, which I loved it.
Yeah.
But then I wanted to grow the show into something else. And this is how I met Greg in the dry cleaners. Greg and I met in the dry cleaners because he was very handsome and smelled good. Okay? And we started talking, my co-host.
And his shirts were probably pressed.
Yes. And that's how we met. And 3.5 years later, he gave me a home. He gave me, you know, I lived out
Where
of my
is your
car.
co-host?
He's not here today. He's traveling.
Real great co-host.
You'll meet him again.
Sitting home with his nice straight shirt and the bread's all ours today, Greg. No bread for you.
That's really good. Yes, but he took me on, and he said to me in the cleaners, "You want me to come on your show?" I was alone then, and I said, "Yeah."
Wow.
And I said, "Yeah, and it's going to cost you. You know, it's a fee." He goes, "Fee? You want me to pay?" I'm like,
Was it a
"Yes."
leg rub or a...
So that's how we met, and the rest is history.
And you guys are really good together. I see you guys all the
you.
time on the show, and you have really good comedy between
I
the
love
two
him.
of you.
He's a doll. And
he does the technical stuff, so it gets it off your shoulders.
Yeah, because I'm not good. I mean, I did all right today. I didn't screw anything up today.
Yeah, you did great.
But it's been quite a journey, and we were involved in the opera now. I never did opera in my life. Greg's the major.
John sings opera.
I do not.
So that happened because they came on the show.
Yeah.
And why? Because I met them in the restaurant and we had a drink together. It's just, I like to help people connect. So from them connecting here, now we're part of the opera. I work for them as on the side. He's the maitre d'. And then we meet other people. And then something else happens.
Oh my God, the next show, me, Brian, and all the strippers.
What was it, 360 degrees of separation of Valentina?
Yeah.
So now are you looking for a nice, nice lady to spend time with?
I've been single for a while and dating. And
how's the dating going? Isn't it weird?
Wow, that online dating.
This is where you're going to get John in trouble.
Yeah, that's a whole other show.
Well, it's a job.
Oh, yes. It's almost a full-time job.
Well, I have one recommendation for you.
She knows a girl for you.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. The best place to meet a wonderful woman
is
at the diner.
That's
how I met my wonderful man. And you sit at the counter where people sit alone.
I thought you might say here in Long Island.
Well, yes.
During Latin night.
Yeah.
Latin night.
No, but I'm just saying, like a lot of women say, "Oh, I can't meet a man." I'm like, go to the diner. That's where you meet people that are normal, that just go for dinner because they don't cook. If cooking is good that you want someone that cooks, then I don't know.
Karen cooks.
Karen cooks.
She takes my book away from me, and she cooks. Wow.
But anyway, I give a lot of advice to singles too.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
How come I have a feeling this is going to cost me?
All right, John. There's a real reason you got brought here today.
Yes.
But anyway, that's really what we do. So again, your information's all up. But what is your Instagram and your website?
You can find me on Instagram. It's Brian Pollock on Instagram and Facebook. We're starting out our own production company website, so it's going to be breaking through production. So we'll have that website up soon.
That's terrific.
Although my daughter makes fun of me, I have my Breaking Through Productions on TikTok. I'm trying to learn that whole new venue of advertising.
That's something we don't do yet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
You have to be able to like do something silly.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that
I could do heart surgery on TikTok and I'll get 5 likes. But if I put a bikini top on, I'll be famous.
I can't stand the pimple things.
I've seen it. I've seen it. Yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
I can't watch that stuff.
That's unbelievable. So now, is this business also you're going to be doing other people's movies? Is that what you mean?
So I want to start doing my own films. Obviously, collaborating with other people. The documentary right now is on the forefront. I'm finishing a short film that I'm going to be making with a very, very well-known director in our circle, Andrew Froning. I don't know if he's watching now, but he did The Door with us.
Okay.
I was going to say, plug those movies that you were in. He was fantastic.
Yeah, so
he was a co-writer and the director of The Door. And I was just so excited to be part of it. He gave me complete freedom to create my character. And so he's going to be on board as a director for my next film.
That's great.
And then it's just going forward from there. You find projects as they come along, and you build, like we're doing here. You build a community of people, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So it might be another documentary in the works.
Yes, there's a few ideas I have. Like I said, I had my eyes on a few different people, and I landed on John. I was looking at a comedian, I was looking at a musician, because honestly, the stories, except for specific moments of things that John went through or this comedian
sadness
Zach went through. The overall bubble is the same. It's people that go through these events and still have to perform and do their job and do well at it. And people don't see that.
Absolutely.
Even as an actor, like yourself, you sit here, you do this talk show.
Well, it's all about just, being positive, doing
Yeah.
the right thing, and helping people, and it comes back and bites you in the ass in a good way.
Yeah.
That's what you hope.
Little nibble.
Yeah, that's right. And what about you?
Just kind of moving around a little bit when you said that. Little nibble.
And what was the question?
John didn't like me doing that. You didn't like
on the nibble.
You didn't like
No,
my shaking.
I want you to, again, tell people how do they reach you.
Oh, so
Because I always like to do
the
that.
name of my business is Sleight of Hand Magicians. You could Google it. I think we have about 100 and maybe almost 150 5-star reviews.
That is great.
So between myself and a couple other very talented magicians, we do everything from children's parties to corporate events, some A-list celebs.
Corporate events are tough, but you get the big bucks.
Yeah. Listen, it's all about the entertainment, and the magic is only as good as the person doing it.
Very true.
So but you could find us on Google at Sleight of Hand Magicians, Instagram Sleight of Hand Magicians, and my personal Instagram is John Ryan's Magic.
Very good. So I'm going to ask you to read this. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Because I have a bunch of them. So just read it and we'll
All
see
right,
what it says.
it's in Chinese, but it says,
The fortune cookie has the translation.
"The thief's purpose is to steal and kill and destroy. My purpose is to give them a rich and satisfying life." That's John 10:10.
There
Very
you go.
theatric, right?
That's me, yeah.
And that's for you. Something new I'm
Is
doing.
yours in Chinese?
What John Ryan said.
Yeah.
Pretty easy. For no word from God will ever fail. Luke 1:37.
It's just something different.
I like
bring
it.
a little something different.
Is
into the
this
show.
is this for me?
I buy them in the dollar store. I'm a dollar store freak.
So I got to tell you just really quickly, today's prayer. I have a woman when my daughter got sick with an autoimmune encephalitis. It's a brain disease. I had someone call me, and I talk to her every day, and we pray every day. She's a Jehovah's
That
Witness.
helps.
Her name is Rosa. She calls me and prays and asks about my daughter every single
Well, hello
day.
to Rosa. Thank you for that, Rosa.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
Yeah, she's a beautiful person.
Very nice. So I'm giving you some other goodies. This is from my friend. Put this in your glove compartment. Frank Perusa, Fantastic Collisions. You have an accident, everything you need to as the person is right there.
All right.
This is what I do for him too.
Okay.
So you're
I'll
getting
take it.
all kinds of goodies here.
Thank you so much.
Put it in your glove compartment. It's a great giveaway for
Well, driving
anyone.
here from
Awesome.
Pennsylvania, I'm
Yeah.
sure that I'm going to be able to use this.
So
collision,
and then he comes and he picks you up. Patricia's watching. Patricia Marie Bellissima. Do you know her?
no.
Sounds like an Irish girl to me.
Yeah. Say hi to
Good Irish
Patricia.
girl.
She's a beautiful girl, and she's been part of a lot of my
Hey,
success.
Patricia, how are you, hon?
And she used to have a thing called, what was the name of your business, Patricia? It was
Uh-oh.
called,
Time for a commercial break.
yes, you would go on her bus, and it would be an event that you've never done in your life. Patricia, what was the name of your old business? Come on. Oh, well, she's watching, so she has to answer. She's saying hi. Patricia, what's the name of your old business? Oh, God, I can't remember it because she... Yes, Bucket List Tours. There you go. Bucket List Tours. You would get on her bus. Thank you, Patrick. And from the minute you got on, you had wine, you had Italian bread, you had, all kinds of things, singing, games. And then you went into the city. You went to a nice place to eat, a nice place, and you would see all different things.
Wow.
And she's quite a beautiful girl if you look her up. And she
Oh,
now
really?
moved to Bucket List Tours. She moved to New Jersey. And she's part of the Lovely Ladies, which I'm part of.
That's great.
And that's Lovely Ladies of Long Island. Those are people that give back to the community. They're called the Long Island Angels.
Oh, wow.
So that's a nice thing to do.
That is.
Document with the Long Island Angels.
There's so many amazing stories. And like that John kind of said quickly with the police department, like, oh, you take it to the greatest show on earth. You meet so many, other than obviously the hardships that you see, but you meet so many interesting people with so many
Yes.
great stories. And it's crazy how big the world really is. We see the world in our little bubble, but it's amazing to people. So
She's asking me, am I playing matchmaker? She's watching. See, because I said
Here
she
we go.
lives in New Jersey.
I mean,
you're
so
ruining
would I,
you're
so
ruining
would
our
I.
Latin night.
Patricia, wait till you see his magic. He turns things into fire. It's, it's on the tape. You
This
can watch
Irish
the
guy
tape.
is going to blush.
Well, on that note, I want to thank you both. This was a great show. You're welcome
Thank
to come
you.
back another time.
Thank you. I had such
After
a
you
great time.
finish
Yeah,
your
thank you.
next thing, call me and tell your friends. Watch, like, and share.
Absolutely.
And you have all my information if
Yeah,
you want to pass it on to anyone.
I certainly will.
And tell them about my book. My
Thank
book
you.
is right there on my website, ValentinaJanik.com and LongIslandBreakfastClubShow.com.
Brian, come on, like class, grab a hand. Grab a hand.
Okay.
Yeah, come on.
There you go. And
Thank you for having
that's
us.
a wrap.
All the fun times.